Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at Seaford Golf Club, just hitting a few shots today using the flight scope monitor, which is available to everyone. Really good bit of kit. I think Chris is going to run through a few details on that, but I'm going to try and record some numbers. Just going to run through a couple of irons this year. My current iron is the Apex MB. Lovely club, always been a Callaway player myself, but Chris has tried to make me a bit of a traitor and go to the Mizuno, the MP5. Very similar looking club. As a kid I did have a set of Mizunos and they were lovely, but I want to see what difference in the numbers, so I'm just going to hit a few shots now. So first of all, I've got my club. I'm going to make some data and then we'll go from there. Okay, so not too bad. Total distance 192. I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about the carry, which is 180 with 6 iron. That's about normal, but I'm just going to hit one more. I didn't quite get that, but I just want to make sure that we've got a good average to share. That's a nice one to have on there. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, so this is actually quite interesting on this screen. We can look at the distance has gone up by a yard, but my actual swing speed there has gone down by 3 miles an hour, which then brings into this figure of class as a smash factor, which has made that probably as efficient as you're probably going to get, that 1.46. I'm not too sure you get any better record on that on the screen. What do you think, Chris?
What you're also sort of take note really is that AJ's clubhead speed is approximately 88, 91 miles an hour there. Tour average is 90 miles an hour, so you know he's swinging it within the realms of what he should be doing. What shaft have you got in your irons, AJ? They're extra stiff, are they?
I'm using an extra stiff, yeah. Quite a heavy shaft for me. I can feel it a little bit more throughout the swing.
So what you would what that was, AJ's already been custom fit before, so what that would mean is if he was a low swinger at a low swing speed of the golf club, we would try and improve that swing speed. We put a more flexible shaft in, which potentially would increase the speed of the shaft, or speed of the club I should say, throughout the swing. You could also lighten the shaft to try and increase club head speed. So if you was a senior player, that would be more apparent for that sort of player. What we're going to do now is switch over to the Mizuno and see if we can just get some numbers out of that for us. Obviously this shaft won't be the same as what AJ's got in his, but hopefully he can give us a bit of feedback really on how it looks and how it feels.
Okay guys, just to say I'm going to use the Mizuno MP5 iron. Fantastic looking. It does really look like that traditional blade head. Now, easy for working the ball left to right, right to left generally for me. But I'm going to hit a few now and try and give you feedback on the way it sounds, the way it feels, the way it performs really. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's the #1 key. Okay, so probably feels a little bit softer to my Callaway. Which is quite a nice feel, to be honest, but let's get another one just so we can get the two numbers up there. Yeah, I think that'll be a good one to compare against the other two, actually, very similar. So just get to the machine and see what's coming up. Okay, so as we look, the first one I hit with the Mizuno didn't really work as efficient for me. My distance has really gone down, but my club head is the same speed, so I might not have hit that one as good. The last one there, distance very similar to the Callaway, and the smash factor not quite as good. So as on performance, I would say the current colourway model I have got is the one for me, but I would say the Mizuno did feel a little bit softer than the Callaway, which I did like. What do you think, Chris, looking at that?
I think what it shows is that you have been custom fit correct in the first place, which is good, which is always nice to hear that you know that job's been done effectively to begin with. But it's a starting point. You know, those clubs aren't that far away, and that shaft isn't one that's suited to AJ. So there is potential scope for improvement from the Mizuno. They are pretty much a like for like. When you're looking at blades, it is the sort of the 1% of the market that we're looking at. So generally speaking, you know, like when you've got a lot of the other clubs, you've got cup face technology, you've got the pushing the perimeters of the weighting around the head of the club, so it makes it a lot easier to use, so you can hit it all over the club face and get away with it. Whereas you don't with blades, they're generally made all around feel. Mizuno has been #1 for a long time in that market, so I think that it's nice to see that Callaway are competing with Mizuno, but it also still shows that Mizuno are making quality products as they have done in the past. But yeah, you know, you generally liked them though, Age? You thought it was a fair assessment?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was a very fair very fair test. I would like to say I did use a KBS tour shaft in that, which is probably a little bit lighter than my normal one, but it is X-Flex as well. It's 115 grams, whereas 130 in my normal one. Makes a bit of a difference to me. And it will do, people can feel the difference. I know a lot of us do like different preference to what we like. No, it's good. I hope it all worked out, guys. We'll do some more videos, and I'll see you soon.